Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Coronavirus versus Business. We come to you live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're joining us at the Best Media headquarters here in Toronto with myself, David Marcantonio, Roberto Pacinelli, and we got our guest here, Bazooka Zook.
Yes, sir.
What's up, guys?
Also known as Kermit Gonzalez. Listen, you guys, for those of you that do not know what this show is all about, the purpose of the show is to help those business owners navigate through these unprecedented times. So just like some of you, Rob and I have been through two downturns in the past, 2 decades?
Yep.
And we've managed to navigate and make certain decisions that brought us to where we are today. So we got a special guest. Very happy that Zook decided to join us today. We got a few questions for you.
Of course.
Rob's going to take it from here.
Yes, sir. And Zook, so let me know first, why do people call you Zook?
Zook. Zook is shorter for bazooka. I got the name at the age of 11. I'm a former undefeated professional boxer. I was in the industry for over 27 years. So they describe my power as bazooka power. And they also named me after, I fought similar like this guy from Puerto Rico. He's a living legend, Wilfredo Bazooka Gomez.
Nice.
So that's how I got the name, yeah.
So we're talking to a boxing legend here, ladies and gentlemen, and he's much more than that. So, yeah, I guess we want to know, Zook, what are you doing today to help other businesses locally from where you are, in Orlando, Florida, come out of this COVID crisis, survive and thrive, basically? What are you doing to help other businesses? We want to know.
Well, I'm a financial agent. I am an entrepreneur. I have multiple sources that I do, multiple sources of income and things that I do, such as I'm a mentor, I'm a fitness trainer, boxing fitness trainer. So I help people, in different ways. I like to really work with the youth. But for business owners, I'd say, what I do to help out is I help people get the right protection, for their businesses, for their family, for their money. And that's what I do.
And what are you doing differently now because of this COVID? Anything that comes to mind? Anything, advice that you can give to help our audience?
Yeah. As far as that, a lot of people are feeling lost. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people are worried, their finances. What I would say is use up this time to focus on your whys. On what is your, find your purpose, find, seek another way. There's always a way, and things always work out as long as you put in the work. But right now, feeling lost, a lot of people need motivation. And I believe that the motivation is in your why. You got to go back to your why, your family, your legacy, your future. And if you just go back to motivating yourself on your why, I think you'll find more answers.
I like that, Zook. I like that. Focusing on your why, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you do the things that you do? What is driving you to succeed in terms of your career, financially, and beyond? So that's a great point, Zook. And I know me, coming from personal, my personal experience. I got my family, my young children to think of, and that will give me power. That does give me inspiration to move forward, especially when you feel demotivated, when you feel crushed by things that are happening around you. So, and like you said, there always is another way. You always need to keep on searching for that other way to get better, do more, do something different.
Zook, what about, your friends and family and your business acquaintances that you have, and how are they dealing with this?
Yeah, my family. Everybody's just some people are nervous, of course, but I'm helping out my family in any way I could financially, and of course, to me, most importantly, I think it's mindset. I help them out with their mental health and giving them opportunities. I set myself up to be able to give others opportunity. So as far as them, they're okay right now, but I do have friends that are very worried. They're going through it, and out of my end, I always offer my help to help build a business, to make more money, because that's very important to people right now.
Yeah, you think it was a shock to most people that you know?
Yes, it was a shock to the world. I'm still shocked by it. I mean, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy, and I
what are
think
the-
this is a big eye opener, and I think this should teach us all. It should teach most on how not ready we were for this, and it's very important to get on it. If you have this opportunity to get started, you're still alive. You have the opportunity, to get started and make things better for the future in case this happens again.
Yeah, this is definitely a reset. Success loves preparation, right? You got to prepare for the worst. Most people don't want to because they don't want to think about it, right? They consider it as negativity, but it's not. It's, being prepared.
It's hard to face the truth for a lot of people, but that's where you find answers. That's where you find new ideas, and that's where you find yourself, right?
Well, I think, a small percentage, it'd be nice to say like a lot, but I think a small percentage will come out of this really, really well. They say, millionaires and billionaires are these are times that they become millionaires and billionaires, right? They take advantage of the crisis instead of watching COVID.
That I wouldn't necessarily say take, some people do take advantage of people, but they take advantage of the time. People are trying to solve situations, so they solve them, they solve the problems for them, and there you go. That's an opportunity for you as well.
Yeah, I agree. And we're doing that here, right? Look, when I say take advantage of the crisis, I say that in a positive way, and I approach it where, okay, what do I have to offer? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it that I have to offer? And the people that I work with, what could we offer? Now, when we talk about the best media, we can offer a platform to help someone grow their sales and various different things that can help them in the digital world, right? So we're making sure that we reach out to them. We're making sure that we do the best we can for them and price it in the best way possible. We still got to pay bills here, but at the same time, our main focus is on making sure that when we do offer the services that we're offering, that there's a tremendous amount of value that could help them. And then that in itself, we would hope to have acquired a long-term customer, because value exceeds price. I believe in that very strong. It doesn't happen all the time, Zook, but for the most part, when you're dealing with the right people and they see the value, you know what I mean? We go to restaurants sometime, and the restaurant, the waiter, you don't even look at the bill. You're like, okay, here's the credit card, because you're getting a tremendous amount of value. You're not getting ripped off, and you pay. So we're doing that every day. We're contacting, a shitload of businesses that we believe that could use our services. And we're here in the office doing it. And, for the most part, it's been pretty positive. There's a lot of people that have time on their hands right now. So, if we can get to them, we get the right message out, they're going to spend some time with us. And we're not just calling them to sell them something. We're calling them to give them value of, hey, what's up? We're here for you. We've been through this before.
Yes.
You don't necessarily have to make a financial transaction.
Yeah.
Talking to Rob, he's been doing this for 20 years. The agency's been around for 20 years, ever since you started. So there's a lot. You're another Michelangelo, no? So there's a lot of information that we have been offering. That's what actually pushed us, I guess, to start this podcast.
Yep, absolutely. And we've been doing a lot of free consultations as well to help businesses, survive and thrive through this. This is what we're trying to do here with this podcast as well. And this is why we're bringing great people on like yourself to provide that inspiration, motivation, and guidance to get through this.
What you guys are doing. This is awesome.
Thanks, man.
I love what you guys do.
One of the things that I really love about what you talked about recently was time. People that don't have enough time to get things done, right? So how do you make more time for yourself? And I love your advice here. You want to share that? I don't want to,
sure.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Because
I find the people that most complain about not having time are the ones that have a 9 to 5. You do have time. You have time before or after. Of course, you need to spend time with your family, your loved ones or so, but there's always time. A very effective way that worked for me was I wake up earlier. By waking up 2 hours earlier, then, whatever time you usually wake up, that's creating an additional 13 hours to your week. I keep receiving
13.
calls here. I don't know how they're going through, but
You're in demand, bro. You're in demand. That's
Yeah.
why.
so cutting back, and waking up 2 hours earlier than whatever time you usually wake up gives you an additional 13 hours a week, which is an additional, which is an equivalent to what, 730 hours. That's a whole month to a year. That's 13 months to a year. So that's a strategy that I use. I wake up earlier, and I always find time. There's always time to make things happen. You just gotta have the right passion for it. You gotta be doing what makes you happy.
That's amazing. Imagine that, adding an extra month to your calendar year just by waking up 2 hours earlier. Now that is gold. So if you got no time, make time. We can all do this. And one more thing I want you to share, Zook, is basically, we were talking earlier about your energy levels. You've never been more, feeling more energetic than recently. Maybe you could share a little bit of that, and maybe share a little bit of your routine. What does your routine look like from, when you wake up 4 a.m. in the morning to when you crash out?
Well, ever since I could remember, I only sleep like 4 hours. So that's already something good for me, because I like to live. I don't know what's going on when I'm sleeping. My routine is I wake up usually 3:30, 4 a.m. I take a shower, brush my teeth, I stretch out, and meditate for a good 15, 20 minutes. I stretch out. Then I get jogging, I work out. I do have Zook camp anywhere from 4 to 9 a.m. I'm a personal boxing and fitness trainer, trained them. I'm a financial agent. I'm a mentor. I mentor about 6 gentlemen right now. They're younger than me. I like to help out the youth a lot. I'm a motivational speaker. So that's what my days look like.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
you've been doing this for some time now, eh? This is consistency on your part.
I find a lot of motivation and diversity. I welcome it. And I cherish it. My brother taught me that. My older brother that recently passed away about 8 months ago. And even with that has been the hardest situation ever in my life. It's a very emotional, situation, and I'm speechless about it. It's so unreal to lose my brother. That's how we met, through my brother. That's how I met you guys. And through that situation, I believe I had 2 options. I could die alive, which a lot of people choose to do, because he was the closest person to me, my first mentor, my big brother. I wanted to be just like him. I strive to be like him. And I still say to this day, if I can be half the person he is, I'm successful, But I found motivation in my brother's death. I didn't decide to die. I found motivation in his death. I have more reason to live. I have more purpose. Seeing what he went through for 4 years, the process, that gives me all the reason to do everything right for me, my son, my wife, and my family, to do good for other people, to set them up well, and my brother didn't know of everything, but I know some things now that can help save some lives. And that's why I became a financial agent. That's why I help people with life insurance, because they find themselves in situations that they don't have an outlet. They don't have answers. And life insurance can really save a lot of lives.
That's amazing, bro. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, shouts out to Delvis.
Definitely.
That is one way of, having something happen in your life, such as having a brother pass away. Some of these emotional roller coasters can really bring the best out of you sometimes. It's unfortunate that it's something that we don't wish upon anybody, but it's amazing how some of these things that happen in your life, and they've happened to all of us.
Yes.
You just
This is the first time for me losing anybody close to me, so I didn't know what to expect, but I'm glad that I
you got out of it,
and I found inspiration in it.
Yeah, and you're helping out others, and you're using that energy to do that.
It gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Let us know how we could help. We're always here, in any way, shape, or form.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing, brother. And rest in peace to Elvis Franco. Amazing dude. I'll never forget him. Taught me so much about strength and being strong and persevering, even when it was most challenging for him. So I'll never forget that, man.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was.
we're gonna make sure we share a picture on the podcast there of the dinner that we had at that big table.
Yeah.
Yeah, down in your hood. Oh, that was a fun night outside. Yeah. Remember that in the parking lot?
Yeah, I do, man.
My entire life, you know, and I've done this forever, but seeing my brothers fight, that taught me a whole level, you know, a whole other level on how to fight for what I want and what I need in life, you know. So it was an awesome process, and I have a lot of peace.
Amazing, man. You know, you're a strong dude, and I hope that gives inspiration to anybody else that is feeling down, that feels like their world is ending. You know, you need to find a way to survive and thrive through whatever you're going through, whether it's a COVID thing or whether it's a personal thing or a combination, probably a combination during these days. There always is a better way. So do what you need to do to get out of there. Listen to people that have overcome. Great example here with Zook. Yeah, so if people want to see your social media and stuff, how can they reach out to you, Zook?
I am on all social medias under I am Bazooka Zook. Bazooka like the weapon, ZOOK. Bazooka Zook.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of his awesome videos on Instagram, running in the mornings and just boxing. A couple weeks ago, he was hitting the bag like I thought it was Mike Tyson on the rebound here, man. It was amazing.
Keep
So-
me alive, working out.
Yeah, man.
Do the
Yeah.
fast one there, man.
You'd be surprised
Yeah.
That's
what
it.
exercises, what waking up 2 hours earlier in the morning does for you. Your energy level just shoots out the roof, you know. You'd be surprised what it does for you, and that's what I was talking to you about earlier, Rob, man. Just, you know, I average a total of 35, 60 miles a week. Now I'm averaging anywhere, you know, 70, 80 a week, and I'm doing more throughout my days. I have more energy, you know.
And that's running, right? That's 75, 80, kilometers or miles are we talking?
Miles.
Holy shit. Amazing, bro. Amazing. You got some good mileage there. So, yeah, thanks, you know, for attending this, Zook. I hope, you know, it wasn't too painful of an experience being here with us today. But, yeah, I believe we're coming to the end of the podcast here. Anything else we want to talk about, Dave? Anything else we want to share with Zook? Any last questions?
No, man, I'm good. Thanks for coming on the show. And this, you know, we're going to strive and thrive through these times. You know, more people with, you know, the mindsets that we have, we can share with others and help them and get them through these unprecedented times, you know, that came so quick, unannounced, force, confinement.
Crazy.
You know, there's so many things that have happened in the past 6 weeks that, you know, everyone is walking around like, man, are we in a movie, right? When are we going to open up? This is crazy, right?
Right? Like every day I ask myself that. Is this a
And it's
movie?
worldwide. So you can just imagine, like, every friggin' day, right? Every news station is talking about this COVID. You know, every city, every state, everywhere in the world has a different story on what's happening. There's a lot of information. And my recommendation is, I said it from the first time we started this podcast, to spend 5-10 minutes. That's about it. Better yet, if you don't need to know, then don't know. You only got to spend 5-10 minutes. You should be concentrated on. You got 1,440 minutes a day. Okay, sleep to 4. You need sleep. 4 hours is great. Look how much more time you have. You know, you should put it into, you know, being better, helping others. Whatever position that you're in, this is a great time to hit the reset button.
Yeah.
Because the reset was hit on you. You know what I mean? It was forced.
Yep. Now it's time to hit back.
Exactly.
Hit that reset back.
Yeah, and we got to box out this coronavirus.
And seeking, you find new ideas, and you can find a whole new you.
Yeah, and everybody has talent. Everybody has value to give. You know, if everybody was given the same value, and then... You know what I mean?
It'd be a boring ass world.
Yeah,
baby.
it would be, right? So everyone's has to, you know what that is and share it. Yeah. And then the place will be a better world. People can benefit off of different things with different people. And we're going to get to those targets that we want to get to.
That's it.
All right, my main man.
All right, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks,
Right.
Zook. We'll talk soon, okay, bro?
Everybody, hope you enjoyed this podcast. You have yourself a wonderful day.
All right, man. Awesome. See you.